All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this is a viewer request video. There was a request to look at DBD. I'm gonna add PACW as well, and maybe FRC if there's enough time. All right. So this stock, we were watching this for a while. I mean, I was very much hoping to fill this gap right here. Clearly, we've done the complete opposite, right? So I often talk about what I kind of call bottom feeder swings, right? When a thing does so bad, you tend to think there's some recovery, right? And that's actually what happened with PACW. This bad boy drops horribly and then brings an 80 burger, right, on Friday. I think that was the expectation with DBD. It just clearly never happened, right? And end of the day, you hear me say it on almost every single video. Bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. All right. This had some moments over the 8, but yeah, if you can't break the 20, you can't expect big things. You know what I mean? So we'll talk a little deeper about the details shortly. Real quick, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines, but sadly, we are far too below those. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like, subscribe, share, comment. Hey, anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms. But I swear, just being here and giving me your time is beyond appreciated, all right? And look, I'm not perfect. I'm not all knowing. I got no idea what Monday's going to do, right? So if you've got better opinions than me, I would very much love to hear them, okay? So let's get into the details. And first thing I got to do, I got to delete all these lines. They are pretty irrelevant at this point. I think I'm going to keep that 89 cent line. So I will go ahead and put that one back. Again, I don't necessarily care about perfection. 94, it's a little too high. What was it? I think it was somewhere around there. We'll call it 85. I don't exactly remember where it was, but I think that'll be good enough. We're just trying to catch this plateau right here, give or take, right? But look, again, what happened? I very, very much remember just being really into this stock, all right? It looked like there was a lot of recovery to be had, right? When a stock drops from 4 to 1, you gotta believe it's gonna make some sort of recovery. And again, let me just flash it real quick. PACW literally did this, right? When you drop from 10 to 3, yeah, there's a bottom feeder swing that could happen, right? And this one was obviously monstrous, right? But why did it not happen on this stock? Honestly, it had to do a lot with the 8 and the 20. All right. This thing, like, once it fell here, it really needed to go up and try to, like, go as best to the 8 with the I'm not saying it well. Let me show what PACW did. Okay. So PACW made the recovery before the 8 fell down. All right. So when you're down here on Thursday, there's so much room up to this like max right here where the 8 moving average would be. All right. When we look at DBD, okay, this fall happens. This fall happens. This was the point where it could have gone. Even this day was the point. Honestly, even this day was the point, right? Like you gotta make the move while the 8 is still up here before the gap fill catches up to the 8, right? Again, I don't know the math behind these 5 lines, right? These are all computer generated. Like, I don't know what they do. But when it gaps down like this, you generally see this like extreme catch up and then kind of normal out, right? So the fact that it couldn't do it quick enough, it just became a factor of the moving averages from there. You know what I mean? And again, it's just MACD's not looking beautiful when you're breaking the 8 moving average. RSI didn't look bad, but it wasn't like like this here would have been a different story. Like if this break of the 8 gave a violent up, okay, maybe we would have been doing something. But yeah, just looking right here, it wasn't fantastic. You know what I mean? Even on this day, it wasn't fantastic. You know, so it just. In my opinion, this whole thing was dictated by the moving averages. Where are we now, though? Look, we might be at a place where we can make that move maybe on Monday. If this thing actually opens at 43, there is a good chance we can run to the 60s. 40 to 60 is actually a 50 burger right there, right? You're basically adding 20 cents right there. Me personally, I don't do these bottom feeder swings. Like I have a full-time job, right? Like I don't have my finger on the mouse, and these kind of moves, I'm not a fan of swinging these. You got to intraday these, have your finger on the mouse and like sell immediately when the lines aren't your friend, right? But I will say Monday is going to be the best shot for this thing to do a 50 burger. All right. If this thing can hit 43, 44 cents, just go up, you got a shot. All right. Otherwise, this eight's going to come down and catch up just like it did here, and then it's going to become a difficult game. But in terms of sustainability, bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. There's nothing here that's screaming to me, hey, there's a reason to believe that, the recovery's going to come and all that sort of noise, right? Get this over the 8 and the 20, and maybe honestly, get this over 85 cents. I probably wouldn't even touch the stock under 85 cents in all honesty. So we'll look at the weekly, but yeah, you cannot imagine this is that good of a weekly, right? Like we have been very much struggling to stay under the 8, and yeah, man, ugly. All right, ugly, ugly. This is a bad weekly. All right, I don't have too much technical analysis to say here. Like this RSI actually makes it seem like it wants to go lower too. It wasn't that long ago that on the weekly we had hit single digits and sitting at this like 9, 10, 11 range. Jesus Christ. So I actually very much would say be careful here. Okay. Pac West. So I will be very honest with you all. I for sure asked my wife, hey, do we have any money in this bank? Because it legit sounds like this thing's about to go under. I know I've seen Pac West buildings. I live in LA, right? So this is a familiar name to me. I honestly don't know FRC. That's not a bank I know. We obviously know what's happened to it since, right? But Pac West actually hits a little close to home, and like we really needed to ask ourselves, do we have any money in this bank? Because that shit might go down the toilet, right? So just a little FYI. Again, I kind of talked about a lot of this pattern on DBD, all right? Look, first and foremost, I often call these bottom feeder swings, all right? When a stock goes from 10 to 3, there's so much devastation. There's obviously so much red that a quick green is something I actually naturally talk about all the time, right? As I zoom out, you can see there's actually not a lot of resistance here. Let's go to the monthly. There's literally no resistance anywhere here, all right? Like this is a wick. I don't care about wicks, right? So yeah, it very much does make sense that this happened here, right? Okay. That said, look, this isn't my game. This is not how I trade, and I'm more than happy for you guys to do it and make your money, you girls to do it and make your money, right? Like I'm not gonna hate on it, but to me, these are super dangerous moves, and like honestly, I would very much say if you're gonna make these moves, make sure you're intraday trading. Don't swing it. Don't buy it and walk away from your computer. You know what I mean? Because these things can turn very, very quickly. All right. At this point, there's a couple things I will draw, but not that many that I really have. All right. So the way I see it is this is going to do one of three things if I had to guess. It's actually either going to continue and come up to 777. All right. It's going to come back down to basically $5, which is roughly 50% candle, or it actually might come all the way down to 360. I really don't. Oh, it might give a doji tomorrow. It might give a doji tomorrow and not be sure and wait for Tuesday to confirm. But honestly, I don't think anything except those three really will happen by Tuesday either. 777, 50% candle drop, roughly $5. I actually think it should be exactly $5, but I'm not going to move that. Or we're basically coming here and then after going even lower. You know what I mean? So I am not going to play this on Monday, even if it goes up, all right? Monday's is a hard work day for me. That said, if you are, just please have your finger on the mouse, all right? You might make some good money, for sure, but it could very quickly go away. I normally don't talk about after hours. What did this do after? Oh, shit, this went up after hours. That's important to know for sure. Again, I don't like to put too much weight on post-market, but I actually think I was expecting it to go down, not up. So it is interesting to see it go up. But one more time, just because it went up after hours, that does not that does not, one more time, that does not guarantee it's coming up to here, all right? For sure, for sure. Looking at the weekly, again, this is an ugly weekly, right? This is an ugly weekly. We are just very much under the 8 moving average. However, I think it's less about a weekly view and far more about the shorter term daily view, hour view, 15-minute view, right? So one last time, 777, $5 or 350. Those are my 1, 2, 3 targets, all right? I appreciate your time. Let me know if you disagree with anything. Otherwise, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.